Once upon a starlit evening, in a little village nestled between rolling emerald hills and a sparkling river, there lived a girl named Mira Rosa. She had bright, curious eyes and hands that loved to tinker. Every night, inside her cozy attic workshop, she would light tiny lamps, twist wires, and whisper to soft gears, trying to build something magical. Though the village was peaceful, Mira felt a quiet emptiness. She longed for a friend, someone who truly understood her ideas. One night, as the moon rose full and silver, Mira's lantern-like contraption flickered and glowed with a soft emerald light. She called it the Starleaf Lantern, for it glowed like a leaf touched by starlight. She believed, if it worked, it might guide someone special to her, someone who had been lost. But the moment she tried to light it fully, the lamp sputtered, then shrank, and finally dimmed to nothing. Mira's heart sank. Just then, a soft cough echoed behind her. Startled, she turned to see a small, ever-shifting sprite of green light floating in her workshop. It fluttered and danced. The light sprite said in a tinkling voice, "I'm Lumo, from the crystal realm beyond the hills. Your Starleaf Lantern is tied to our realm. Something is terribly wrong, and I need your help to fix it." Mira's curiosity lit up. "You're real, and you need my help." Lumo's glow flickered sadly. "Yes, the crystal core that powers the lantern network between our world and yours is broken. Without it, the link fades, and sprites like me grow weak. But I saw your lantern, they share the same magic. You can repair the connection if we journey together." Though Mira felt a little afraid, she accepted. She packed her satchel with tools, a notebook, and a spark of hope. They slipped quietly out that night, across moonlit meadows and through a silver forest, following Lumo's glow. By dawn, they reached a shimmering arch made of living vines and crystals. Lumo touched its surface, and the arch glowed. "This is the threshold to the crystal realm," Lumo whispered. Beyond it, the world glowed with floating crystals, waterfalls of light, and landscapes that hummed with magic. But something was amiss. The normally vibrant skies flickered gray, and the crystal towers stood silent. Lumo's light was faint. Mira gasped. The core must have lost its spark. They traveled farther, guided by faint pulses of light. On their way, they met a kind creature named Fira, a fox made of moon fur with glowing tail tips. Fira had once been a guardian of the realm. She explained, the core shattered when someone removed one of its star stones. Without it, the magic loses balance. Fira joined them, narrowing her steps through broken crystal halls, offering her sharp senses and quiet courage. By midday, they stood before a ruined temple at the heart of the realm. The temple's dome cracked, its central pedestal empty. Mira's heart pounded. Lumo whispered that pedestal housed the star stone of connected hearts. Someone stole it and hid it beyond realms. Mira knelt and pressed her hand to the empty socket. She felt a gentle echo, a memory of its glow. She realized the same echo echoed faintly in her Starleaf Lantern. The lantern contained a shard of that stone, unknowingly drawn to her designs. But the shard alone couldn't restore everything. They pressed on through corridors that twisted, slipping between realms. As the sun began to dip in the crystal realm's twin moons, they entered a mirrored hall of reflections. There, they encountered a quiet figure, Umbra, a shadow sprite with dim light, watching them with hollow eyes. Umbra spoke in soft tones. "You think you can restore that stone? You cannot. The realm's separate for a reason. The heart of magic must remain separate." He raised a dark mist, and the corridors flickered. Fira snarled, Lumo trembled, and Mira steadied herself. She answered, "We believe in connection, not separation." "I will try." Umbra advanced. The shadows bent and twisted. Lightning soft glints flickered. Mira held up her Starleaf Lantern, and it cast a small glow. Umbra's mist recoiled. Mira whispered, "Magic comes from hope." Gathering her courage, Mira stepped forward. She placed the Starleaf Lantern shard into the empty pedestal. A pulse of emerald light shot out. The broken crystals around them trembled. Umbra howled faintly and retreated into darkness. The world shook, then glowed with new light, new hums. The star stone reassembled, linking Mira's world and the crystal realm. The flows of energy sang. The sky cleared. The crystals resonated with song. Lumo's light surged bright. Fira's moon fur gleamed silver again. Umbra watched from a corner. Mira called gently, "Come back, Umbra. You do not need to stay in shadow. Magic works better when hearts connect. For a moment, Umbra's eyes flickered soft. Then slowly, he stepped closer. The glow touched him, washing away some darkness. He nodded. The connection completed. The crystal realm pulsed in harmony. Lumo danced in joy. Fira leaped. Mira exhaled in wonder. We did it, she whispered. Time shifted like turned to dusk. Lumo guided Mira back through the arch to the meadow. It was night again in her village. The stars overhead looked brighter, echoing the glow from her newly repaired lantern, which now glowed steadily. Mira looked at the shepherd's hut at the hilltop. She realized something. The lantern light stretched in threads over the hills, across the river, over rooftops. It whispered connections, unseen but present. She knew others might sense it, feel it in their hearts. Lumo and Fire faded back to the realm, promising to watch over the bond. Umbra smiled and vanished too, now changed. Mira walked home, the Starleaf Lantern guiding her steps. Inside her workshop, Mira sat and whispered, "Thank you, friends. Thank you for believing." She looked up at the glowing lantern, and her loneliness felt less heavy. Months passed. Mira made new friends in the village and neighbors curious about her lantern, children asking her how she built magical lamps. She taught them, shared ideas, laughed when things failed, and cheered when they succeeded. The Starleaf Lantern continued to glow, connecting realms and hearts. One evening, under a sky thick with stars, Mira stood with a new friend, Tavy, pointing to the lantern's glow. "See how it glows? It's our little bridge. When we share kindness, we connect. That's real magic." Tavy nodded, eyes shining. And so Mira's life bloomed. She built, she shared, she laughed, she connected. The Starleaf Lantern became a symbol in the village. If you looked up at the hills and saw a soft green glow, it whispered, "You are not alone. You are connected." And the moral was clear. Even in the silent night, true magic happens when hearts connect and we keep moving forward with hope.